All right. Hopefully everyone had a very Merry Christmas yesterday. Hopefully they got a lot of good quality time with family and friends. Today is Thursday, December 26th. We apologize for not doing a podcast on Christmas Day or the day before because we know that that's our job. Our job is to, for your entertainment, speak into microphones. Yeah, exactly. So,
I know that's what everyone was thinking on Christmas Day, surrounded by loved ones, giving and receiving gifts. And I wish.
When's the episode coming out?
When's the episode drop?
Yeah. So glad we do appreciate being on the forefront of your mind, but we also apologize for our lack of being able to do this show. So we're back. We're here. And I didn't prepare anything. So
neither did I.
I wrote some stuff down. There's a lot to go over. But I don't have, it's just going to be kind of my opinions rather than facts. So
that's what this is for anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. It's for us to talk.
Just spewing misinformation and narratives.
Exactly.
This love of the game.
This is our show, not yours. So we get to do what we want. But yes, I do have kind of a general game plan written down. We have college football news we're going to talk about. Unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about one game that I don't want to talk about, but we'll talk about A&M Miami. We'll talk about Alabama versus Oklahoma. We will talk about Michigan's current job search. It looks like it may have come to a resolution. We'll see if that's actually the case. Portal news, I haven't been keeping up too much. Again, I don't have social media, so a lot of my information I have to actually go out and look for. It's not just on my feed. A couple Aggies are in the portal. You would expect the guys who are rotational guys who could start other places, you would expect them to enter the portal and want to go get time. So I get it, but I guess we'll go over a few of the guys for the Aggies that have entered the portal, as well as just any other big names that I can think of, or Zach. The Aggie women's volleyball team, national champions 2025. Big round of applause. We will talk about the game. We'll talk about just how ridiculous and crazy it is for them to have won the national championship. Never thought that we would be talking about volleyball on this podcast, but that's the great part about sports.
Jamie, 4-star hand.
Jamie, I do kind of want to talk about Jamie and all that he has, just kind of his coaching philosophy that he's kind of shared, and how they did it, how they went where no Aggie volleyball team, not even close, had been before. So we'll talk about that. NBA news, you've got to talk about your Spurs. We've got to talk about the Thunder having a Spurs problem. I don't know if there's any other NBA news. You can fill us in on that stuff.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
Okay. NFL, we're getting close to playoff time. So we're going to go through some of the results. My Lions, dead.
It's officially over.
Dead.
Christmas Day.
So, who was the Vikings quarterback?
Max Brosmer.
Do you know? I don't remember him playing in college at all. He must have played at not a Power 4, Power / Power 5, because I've never heard of him before.
University of New Hampshire, 5 years.
Yep.
And then Minnesota for 1 year as a grad student. And he won the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
When did he play in college?
He's a rookie this year.
Wow. Okay. He didn't really have a good game, did he? I think it was just the one play by Jordan Addison, and then the defense really for the for the Lions. For the Vikings. Jared Goff fumbled a lot and threw an interception. But yeah, I mean, there's other games we'll get to. Who did the Texans play?
They played the Raiders last week.
They
They
won.
haven't played yet this week. They play Sunday.
Have we? We didn't go over that game.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I guess they won, right?
They won.
Yeah, I would assume.
It
I would
was a
hope so.
lot closer than it should have been.
I did see that it was like 10-7 at one point when I was
I think
watching.
the final was 23-21.
Okay. Hey, just win, baby.
Just win.
That's all that matters. And then we'll briefly go over Stranger Things. We'll try to... Honestly, we'll just preface it with, if you haven't seen the stuff, maybe we'll do like we'll talk about it, non-spoiler edition, and then we'll do a spoiler thing and just say skip ahead 5 minutes. Because I watched all 3 episodes that came out on Christmas. 2 last night and then 1 this morning before we recorded this. I watched Red 1. I'm going to talk about that. I'm excited to see Marty Supreme
Me too.
because I hear a lot of good things about it. The Odyssey trailer came out. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Dude,
I'm excited.
it looks, the soundtrack, just Christopher Nolan special. Actually, I don't know. I guess it's not Christopher Nolan, but it feels like a soundtrack that would be in a Christopher Nolan film. I forget. It's not Hans Zimmer, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll have to see. But I'm so excited for the Odyssey. I believe it comes out July 16th or 17th. And then, as always, we've got a college football preview, playoff preview. Miami versus Ohio State, Indiana versus Alabama, Texas Tech versus Oregon, and Georgia versus Ole Miss. Any stories from Christmas worth sharing? Anything?
Nothing crazy.
Okay. I told you this, but we went over to my grandparents' house, and their house is like on top of a hill, and food had just been served. I get my plate, I sit down, my brother grabs me, he's like, Cole, you need to come here and do something real quick. And I was like, okay, what? I go outside, they have set a basketball goal in the cul-de-sac, which is like half a football field away, but it's like down. And he was like, we're trying to throw this tennis ball in the hoop, see if you can do it. I didn't realize it. I spent probably 30 to 45 minutes chunking this tennis ball and trying to get it in the hoop. Everyone had, I came in, me and my brothers came into Christmas dinner. Everyone had finished already. They were all like mad at us because we were going to play board games and stuff afterwards, and we still hadn't finished eating. So, I hit the rim too. I was so pissed. Did not end up making it. But we got a couple videos of it, so yeah, we'll send that out for everyone who wants to see that. Trying to think. Other than that, great Christmas. Love Christmas. A lot of Christmas movies. The Grinch. The cartoon Grinch is like my favorite. I feel like I can quote that entire movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation.
We didn't watch that one this year, but it is one of my favorites.
We always watch it because we split gifts between Christmas Eve and Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always do Christmas Eve gifts, and then we all watch Christmas Vacation and go to bed. Nice. So I got to watch it a couple nights ago. It's great.
Bend over and I'll show you.
There's so many lines. Oh, it's so good.
That's I'll never forget watching it with my grandfather for the first time because he thought it was the funniest movie he'd ever seen. Okay. If you've got nothing else, we'll get into it. We've got some things to do today. college football. Well, let's just get it out of the way. Let's talk about the A&M Miami game.
That feels like forever
It does.
ago.
It does. There's a lot of it's far enough away now to where I can talk about it and feel like I have some objectivity about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
Okay. So, contrary to the score, I actually thought that there was some high-level football being played. Maybe everyone's on board with that. Maybe everyone thinks that is not the case. I thought that the defenses played really, really well on both sides of the ball. I thought the score was more an indication of the wind obviously affecting special teams. I would assume it would have affected passing a little bit. I mean, Marcel wasn't super accurate anyway. And honestly, Carson Beck, he kind of didn't have time to throw or they just went 3 and out a couple times. But I thought both defenses played really, really well in the first half. I thought Marcel fumbling towards, I guess it wasn't the red zone, but it was close. I thought the field goal kicking on both sides being an issue with the wind and the fact that the defenses were playing so well contributed to the fact that it was a low-scoring game. But I didn't get it wasn't like false start, or big play holding, big play for the other team, and then like a sloppy foul. Or it didn't feel. It felt just like both teams were in a stalemate in that first half. And then in the second half, I didn't realize that Marcel Reed got sacked 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the impression that he had some clean pockets to work with. And maybe I haven't gone back and looked at all 7 of those sacks, but I would assume some of them were at least him trying to, him being in the pocket for like 3 seconds and the ball not being able to come out of his hands. And so he's scrambling around a little bit and then he gets tackled. I didn't get the feeling that it was like Ruben Bain coming off the edge. He has a second and a half and then he gets blindside hit from the other side. So my thoughts on it were I think A&M had shown that being able to be run gap sound, that was an issue all season. You saw it with Jeremiah Love. You saw it with Ahmad Hardy. You saw it with Travion Wisner. Teams like Texas who hadn't shown the ability to run the ball all season were able to run the ball. And I don't know if that is a product of the defense that Elka wants to run, because I think we talked about it and you were saying the amount of stunting that they do, kind of just that's what happens is you leave the possibility open for them to just break a big run. I want to say it's just as simple as you get a guy from the portal who's a bigger body than some of the guys on the line of scrimmage and is just able to get off a block on the interior, or at least like reach out his arm and be able to grab the running back, or just make those gaps a little bit more smaller. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's more of the scheme of the defense rather than the players. But yeah, I mean, that's what Fletcher and Mario Cristobal, you saw it early in the game. He broke a big run. They were able to break those big runs to go down and score a touchdown. And then the offense, I mean, they just they turned it over too many times. And I thought Marcel this season did such a good job making strides with getting better with his timing and having like competitive decision making. But at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing was inaccuracy, consistent accuracy. And then that last interception wasn't, it was a risky decision and it didn't pay off. You lose the game. So I think for him, if he can, to be honest, if he could bulk up a little bit or just in any way possible, figure out a way to become more consistent throwing the football down the field, that would be the biggest help in A&M getting better as a team. But my overall thoughts is Miami's a good team. I thought it was a really competitive game. I don't want to move the goalposts. If you would have told me that A&M would have an 11-2 season and lose in the playoffs, I would have said I would have 100% taken it. And so that's what I'm trying to, as a fan, be, regardless of the fact that, you lose at home and everything. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah. It was just tough to see the strength of the team all year long just turn into, I think, like, the reason you lose the game, just offense as a whole. Like, it was Marcel's worst performance. It was the O-line's worst performance. It was the running back room's worst performance of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Just not good. Doesn't help. I mean, I know Zirkle was 0 for 1 and it was blocked, and that was really low kick, which is kind of crazy for a 27-yarder.
Yeah.
But the special teams hurt you, and the offense as a whole really hurt you.
Yeah.
Sucked to see. Marcel can't have 3 turnovers in the game.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
It's one. I think, it's the best defense you play all year. So, it's fair to expect struggles, but just too much to overcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, if you add, it really doesn't, it wasn't like you were missing a piece of, like, if you had a better receiver, if you had a better, it wasn't a piece. It was truly, to be honest, it felt like the accuracy with Marcel was, if you want to point to a specific thing that needed to be more consistent, it was probably his arm. And hopefully that is something that you can work on in the off season and get better on. Now, I've seen a lot of people, they're out on Marcel. What do you think about that?
It's so funny. It is hilarious to me.
I
mean, you talked about it with, like, James Franklin of, he doesn't meet the expectations that his success created, and then you pin it on James Franklin. And, like, James Franklin also, to be, I guess, a little more unfair to him, it's like he had a decade plus of sample size.
Yeah.
With Marcel, it's like 1 game, 2 games.
Yeah.
And it's like, he can't perform in a playoff environment. It's like, well, he's the only A&M quarterback in history to do enough in the regular season to deserve to be in a playoff environment.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's laughable.
I saw something and it said, it was like in Marcel's biggest games, he had 7 turnovers and 0 touchdowns. Do we just not count the Notre Dame game?
Yeah, you pick his 3 worst performances.
What is, I listen, I mean, it's fun to, like, do narratives and throw things and overreact. That's the fun part about sports. But when you have a good thing, let's not ruin a good thing. If other people can, if you're not an A&M fan, I mean, you're going to do it. Yeah, you're going to do it.
Everyone does it with other teams.
Yeah. If you're a Texas fan, I mean, to each their own, right? You're going to do it. Everyone's going to do it to Arch, but if you're an A&M fan, or if you're trying to just, like, be a purist and you're trying to look at sports as, like, okay, like, how do we evaluate who's actually good? You have to understand that in the biggest games, you're playing the best defenses, and Miami's really good defense. But, I mean, to be honest, it was one of those games for both teams. Carson Beck didn't have a great game, but he won the game. And so we don't talk about Carson Beck having issues and stuff like that. And that's okay. He
had 100 pass yards.
Exactly. Yeah. He operated the offense. He's the leader, whatever. But when you play the best team, but I mean, you go to Notre Dame and you put up,
who is the number 13 defense in the country,
and a lot of people are crying right now saying that Notre Dame should be in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's funny
that specific in big game, that is just so funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I mean, And again, I get it. This is just the fun of sports, but people being like, how can A&M make an 11-2 season feel like 8-4? You want to keep pushing the 8-4 narrative. That's it. That's all that you want to do.
You try to find a way whenever they win 11 games.
Yes.
To be like, well, actually.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So
it's funny to me.
It is.
And I'm not mad about it from anyone that's not an A&M fan, because again, that's part of sports. That's what you do with teams you don't cheer for.
Yeah.
It is hilarious to me to hear it from A&M fans.
Yeah.
It's the most
that's
childish, like emotional. They took the bait.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting rage baited right now. You're getting rage baited because this is a great season. Mike Elko has brought A&M to a place it's never been before. And I want to say this, like, we competed on that stage against Miami. I get it was at home. I get you were the higher seed, but these are all good teams. Miami was number one team at one point. We on this podcast talked about Miami being the best team in the country at one point. So I really do think the best teams, the best players are the ones that are consistently good and consistently show up, not the ones with the highest ceilings. Because then we would, like, the teams with the highest ceilings, I would say, are like Texas, Ohio State, Alabama, I guess you could throw, but within the context of sports, right, the product that you put on the field every single week, especially because considering there's only 12 games, that has to be the measuring stick when we're talking about a program and how they compete, because A&M has always had potential with Jimbo, had potential with Kevin Sumlin, but now you're seeing a consistent product. So if you're an A&M fan, it sucks to lose to Miami at home. You were thinking that, maybe go to the Cotton Bowl, maybe play Ohio State, maybe win a national championship, however far you were thinking down the line. But I think you have to be super excited for the program's ability to show consistency throughout two years. And I guess you can't really call it consistency at this point because it's only been 2 years, but small sample size, it looks good so far. So should be excited rather than super sad, even though it sucks.
You want to get all the A&M stuff right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Go on the portal talk.
Yeah, let's hit it.
A&M players that have entered the portal: Javon Thomas, DB; Rylan Kennedy, edge; Solomon Williams, edge. There was like a walk-on, I think, that has like grad eligibility or something. And then players who have declared are KC.
I did see that.
Good for you, KC.
Congratulations.
Go get your bag.
Hopefully KC goes.
He's one where, like, you obviously want him to stay as long as he can, but it's like you'd be dumb to not go. Like, he's going to be almost definitely a first-round pick, like that late first round.
I have a question for you. Is this I don't know if hot take. Okay, is this like an emotional take, or do you think that this is actually true? Casey Concepcion is the most athletic A&M player that we have seen in our lifetime.
Definitely most, like, versatile.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, because I was talking about this with someone. They were talking about Mike Evans. They were talking about, Johnny Manziel. You're talking about
Damon Demas.
No way you slipped that. I guess you could honestly probably throw Myles Garrett in there, just with the way he's built and the fact that, like, he would hoop at the rec. People would hoop with him at the A&M rec. But I don't think Mike Evans could return punts. I don't think, Myles Garrett's not returning punts. Versatile. So yeah, I guess it kind of just depends on what you define as athleticism or athletic. I was just thinking athletic in the sense of, like, you could put him. He was used.
He was a slot. He would just be put on the outside and just run a go route.
Yeah.
Just high point.
Yeah.
He would return. He had 2 punt return touchdowns, a couple other great punt returns.
And they stopped really punting it to him at a certain, or they would, make sure that he didn't get it in space.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely in that talk.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, because I just can't remember an A&M athlete that had that much when he just got the ball in his hands and the lower body strength too to just bounce off tackles. I to be honest, I can't remember a A&M player that had that skill set.
Never saw him do backflips though after practice.
It's true.
Damon Demas would.
I think he's still trying to play somewhere. But I think it's like Banana Patch, Kentucky State. So I don't know if he's ever gonna.
Best of luck.
Hope he makes it to the league, man.
And Will Lee also declared another one. It's like
good for him.
You'd be dumb not to. So happy for you.
He was a very low commit, like star recruit coming out of high school. So that's really cool.
High school
to see.
and the portal. He wasn't like a.
Yeah, that's right.
He wasn't like CB1.
That's right. Yeah, good for him that he's improved his stock so much.
But of all those portal guys, it's like Javon, go be great. Like I'm not like get out, but
yeah,
go be great wherever you go. I get it. The surprising one to me is Rylan Kennedy, and it's not like I'm losing sleep. No disrespect to Rylan. It was just surprising. Like he was a backup this year who would rotate in.
Yeah.
He was really behind Cassius, who obviously was not coming out often.
Nope.
But it was thought that, at least from the fans, obviously there's so much that we don't know. But it was expected that he would kind of take that on a bigger role next year. But maybe, I don't know. With Sean Spencer leaving. Oh, yeah, we have coaching stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Can we get into that real quick?
Yeah,
I'll just go down the list. Lyle Hemphill, new defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even talked about all that.
I don't think we have.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we did. We talked about the Holman and Lyle.
Okay. We did cover
Sean Tucker, or not Sean Tucker. That's the running back for the Bucks now. Sean Spencer, D-line coach, also from Psych.
Yes.
He
Great
is
show.
He's going to work for James Franklin at Virginia Tech. Happy for him. I feel like that's a really fun place to go right now.
Yeah.
And then returning, Elijah Robinson.
Come on, man.
Co-DC D-line coach. Love that.
Come on, man.
Very happy to have him back.
That's he's going to be, man, he was a really good recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
We've had great success still in recruiting D-line. So I don't think that changes anything too crazy. It wasn't like we had a big drop off when he left, but it's great to have him back. He knows the place. He knows the program. He knows what it's about. I believe he knows Elko because they worked together probably in that same defensive coordinator room when he was here as a DC. So a lot of familiarity. It's great. I think it's great all around for all parties.
Excited to have him back.
And hopefully with how Elko, more resources coming into the program, hopefully they can pay him a lot more than he was making. You know what I mean? So he's getting compensated.
He's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. I mean, before he left for Syracuse, after Elko got hired, they made an offer to make him the highest paid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just wanted to go.
He just wanted to be the defensive play caller.
Oh, okay.
And he was working with Fran Brown at Syracuse, who is like his best friend. So
gotcha.
Understandable. Okay. But yeah, so he's back.
Oh, man.
Excited to have him back.
Welcome back.
Colin Klein's also brought a lot of our staff with him to Kansas State.
Really?
A lot of like the analysts who are now being promoted to on-field roles at Kansas State.
Okay.
I think Jordan Peterson is one of them. The tight ends coach from here is going there. He's going to be their quarterback coach. So
cool.
Yeah, the only I think position A&M has left to fill is a quarterback coach.
Okay.
Unless they just shift roles around with guys that are already here.
Cool. Yeah. Interesting. I'm really excited to do like thinking about who's gonna start, or okay, where do you think? So last season it was the wide receiver position that the biggest spending in the portal was made. What do you think position? Do you think that there's going to be a position group that gets an upgrade like the wide receiver room, or do you think it's probably going to be pretty balanced?
I think it's going to be less extreme than the portal haul for receivers last year. I think both lines, both trenches.
I agree.
I mean, because guys that are out of eligibility on the O-line, Zune, Fathery, Crownover, Armage.
Oof.
And then on the D-line, Cassius, Regis. I think that's it, out of eligibility there. Okay. But linebacker, Scooby, he's out of eligibility. So I think both lines of scrimmage are going to
I agree with that.
Get a lot.
I thought there's, again, it's not like last year where it was like, we need new DBs, we need new wide receivers. It doesn't feel like that glaring of an issue, but I do think I think having some, and I don't know, they were great players, but if you just have like a NFL draft pick at nose guard, do you feel like we had a true nose guard this year?
Albert.
Okay. Albert did great too. I don't want to pick on him. I just, like, if you have third to second round draft pick at nose guard, I want to say that the run defense is a little bit better, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's a scheme thing, not a player issue.
I don't know what I'm talking about either, so I'm not accusing you of not knowing either. I think it's more scheme than it is lack of personnel this year. Like, NFL example, obviously different. D'Amico Ryans, head coach of the Texans. Obviously one of the best defensive-minded coaches in the league. He does not pay interior D-line guys.
Really?
At all.
Okay.
He just loads up with those edges. Like, they have Hunter and Will Anderson.
Yeah.
And then they just fill. They get like 6 guys to rotate through. And I know NFL is different, but I feel like they weren't lacking much on that interior this year between Onyedem, Hicks, and Regis. I think it might have just been a scheme thing.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're probably right. I'm fantasizing, but it's just like, if you have, I guess they would call these players erasers, where it's like, from a schematic standpoint, what you say to yourself is, look, we're going to be good on third down. We're going to try to get them in the third and long, but we're just not going to be elite in between the tackles in the run game. But if you have like an eraser player in the interior, where it's like, schematically wise, we're not supposed to be good, but he's just better than, whatever offensive lineman they throw out there. You're not supposed to, but you end up, increasing your chances of being able to be really good at stopping the run. But I mean, obviously, you kind of have to live with what you've got. So that's, again, going back to the potential and A&M's. It's felt like this season they have really gotten the most out of all their players. And obviously there's still things that you would like to see being better, but we're no longer talking about potential as much, more as just, a couple plays you didn't make, and that's how it goes sometime.
What are your biggest desires?
I do think, like, a big boy on the interior defensive line, like I was saying, just an eraser player. But maybe that's not possible. Maybe it is a scheme thing. Maybe, I don't know. The linebacker's really good. So is Torian York? Is he going to the league?
He hasn't announced.
Okay.
He is eligible, but he could also return.
Okay.
So he said he'd take some time. I think he has like 2 more weeks before the deadline. So,
I mean, that'll probably
love to keep him, but
that'd be awesome.
Also, can't blame him for going. So
that'd be awesome because he's a very, very good vocal leader.
Mm-hmm. And it would also just be fun to run it back with Damian Sanford and him.
Yeah.
The linebacker core.
Because Damian
McHale got a lot of time at the end of the season too, so I feel fine with the 2 deep there.
Yeah. And so I would want to see how Jerome Miles, what he looks like, because we didn't have a big body receiver, like a big X receiver. And I think if Jerome still needs time to develop, I think going out into the portal and getting a guy he's an older guy, had a lot of experience, just to give Marcelo, since he already has accuracy problems, just to, throw a guy out there who, more like Noah Thomas, where it's just like throw it anywhere near him and he has a good chance of getting it. Mm-hmm. With the offensive line, with so many people being out of eligibility / graduating / going to the NFL, I think, you're probably going to have to reload there in order to shore up the lines of scrimmage. Was Le'Veon? Was he thinking about going? Is he out of eligibility?
He's out of eligibility.
Dang.
So he gone.
Wow. I didn't realize that he was that old.
Yeah, he came in. He's a year younger than us. So this was his 5th season.
I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then maybe no, we got Randy Bond. Never mind.
Thank God Zirkle and Bond are out of eligibility. So
I'm gonna miss Randy.
You might be the only one.
So many good moments, so many good memories. The calculator. Okay, you have anything else on A&M?
I don't think so.
All right, then
I'm excited for portal season.
I am too. All right, that'll be fun to cover. Let's hop into some Aggie volleyball.
Come on.
As you can see, this is, I believe, a volleyball tank top. So that's why I'm repping it. Natty. Who would have thought?
National champions.
Who would have thought?
That is crazy.
It is insane. If you don't keep up with volleyball, I don't blame you. But let me just give you kind of if you are an A&M sports fan, but you didn't realize A&M won the national championship in volleyball, or you watched the national championship but didn't really dive into like what was happening, let me give you kind of a brief overview. So A&M volleyball has never been past the Elite Eight, which is they do kind of like soccer, I believe, where they do, well, it's more like baseball.
It's like baseball.
Baseball.
Regionals. And
okay, so they group everyone into 14 or a group of 4 teams, and they basically battle it out so that there's one left, and then they take those 8 teams and they do the Elite Eight, Final Four, National Championship. So A&M had gotten out of the regionals, so they had won their regional, been one of the teams, but they had never won in the Elite Eight, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jamie Morrison, I believe last year, did he get past I think they lost in the regional final. Maybe. Or maybe no. Maybe it was even before that.
I don't remember.
I really don't. I couldn't tell you, but so A&M, they're in the regionals. They play Louisville, who's a good volleyball team. They go, so volleyball again, 5 sets. It's first one to get to 3 sets wins. If it goes to a 5th set, instead of going to 25 points, they go to 15 points. A&M goes down 2 sets to Louisville, comes all the way back to force a 5th set, wins that 5th set. They go to the regional final to face Nebraska. Now, let me put in perspective how good Nebraska is at volleyball. Nebraska's volleyball team has more Instagram followers than A&M's football team does. In other words, all Nebraska, the university, has in their athletic department to hang their hat on in recent memory is the volleyball team. They are like prime Nick Saban, Alabama, where it's just like they roll over everybody. to be honest, I don't know if they've won the national championship recently, and it's kind of been like the curse. But Nebraska this season was 33-0. They had not lost at home in, I believe, 3 years, and they were big favorites to beat A&M, who they were, I think, ranked 6th going into the tournament. They were a 3 seed though, and yeah, I mean, A&M never been past the Elite Eight, so historically A&M has not had anything to hang their hat on.
And they're playing at Nebraska.
Correct. Yes, they're playing on the road at Nebraska. I mean, out of all the venues to play in, I'm sure most of them aren't always packed. Nebraska's volleyball arena always packed. So A&M goes in there. They go up 2 sets. Nebraska storms back. They force a 5th set. Back and forth, back and forth. Also, the 4th set in that game,
unbelievable,
insanity.
Win by 2 to 25. Final score was 39-37.
Insane,
ridiculous.
Something like along the lines of like, I can't remember how many tiebreak. I think it was like 15 or 16 tiebreaker or match points. And so A&M wins that 5th set. They beat Nebraska, huge upset. They go to the Final Four to play Pitt, who, by the way, is a 1 seed. Nebraska was a 1 seed. They play Pitt in the Final Four. They sweep Pitt, so they win 3 straight matches. Sorry, is it 3 straight sets? To go to the national championship to play Kentucky. They sweep Kentucky in the national championship. So A&M went from never having gone to the Final Four to sweeping both 1 seed Pitt, sweeping 1 seed Kentucky. They have never lost a set in the Final Four or the national championship after never having been there as a program. Shock would probably be an understatement for fans. I'm sure if you're a fan of Aggie volleyball or have been, shock, I'm sure, is an understatement for, A&M winning the national championship in volleyball. Yeah, and national championships, I mean, I know, women's sports probably isn't as followed, and it's not as, I'm sure people who are like, me, A&M sports fan, if you would ask me, what would you want to see A&M win a national championship in? Obviously, I would probably say baseball, basketball, or football. And I think probably A&M fans, a lot of them would agree with that. But I think, to put it in perspective, winning a national championship in any sport, how difficult that is, regardless of what you think of, the certain sport, it's insane. There are God knows how many volleyball teams competing for that, and they're pouring in a lot of resources to win these, and so it's going to be cool. I think A&M is probably going to devote more resources to the volleyball program. I think they just got a commitment from the Mountain West's Freshman of the Year.
They cooking.
Yeah, they're generating.
What I understand.
They're generating a lot of buzz, a lot of interest. Obviously you got to keep that going, and that's what programs like Nebraska and Pitt and all those in Texas, that's why they're so good, is they've been able to generate it, or they've been able to be consistent in it. But I mean, if a national championship isn't able to springboard your program, I don't know what is. So congrats to Jamie Morrison and the volleyball team.
I love Jamie Morrison, dude.
He's so awesome.
Fun to listen to and watch. I needed just a Jamie Morrison cam because he is animated throughout the match. This is only his 3rd season, and this is his first head coaching job, his first collegiate head coaching job.
That's insane.
Yeah. So he cooking. Got some dogs this year, man.
Yeah.
Ava Underwood, dog. Logan Lednicki, dog. Afina Casapala, dog.
Kendall Stowers.
Dog. Crazy story.
Yeah.
She's awesome. They interviewed Eli during the Natty.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah.
That's awesome. And also the setter. I forget her name.
Maddie Walk.
Yes. Maddie Walk.
I think that's.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's right.
Pretty sure that's her name. Yeah. All of those girls. Good job. Good job, ladies.
Come on.
Made your university proud.
Mm-hmm.
Any more that you want to say on that? Sorry, I kind of talked a lot. I just covered everything.
I think I covered it.
Okay.
Just before the tournament started, they released the odds for every team that was in it to win.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska had a 56% chance to win before all of it started. 56.
Jeez.
And I think A&M had the 8th best odds at 1.1%.
Wow.
1.1%.
Why not us?
3 1 seeds, sweep 2 of them. And the other 1 seed was Texas, who they beat in the regular season.
That's insane. That's awesome. Yeah, wow. Shout out A&M volleyball.
You got me, Karen. I love it.
Yeah. No, I watched the Nebraska, I watched the Pitt, and I watched the National Championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've only watched 3 full volleyball games in my entire life. So
it's just crazy to. I mean, you already covered most of it, but so the first match in the tournament, I don't understand it all. Obviously, was against some rando.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Southern Miss or something like that. And then TCU, who we lost to in the regular season, beat TCU. Then Louisville, where you're an underdog, reverse sweep. Nebraska at Nebraska, huge underdog, win on their home court, and then sweep the other 2 1 seed. Crazy.
That's some momentum, if I've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Right? The confidence. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good encapsulation of kind of, mindset in sports. And obviously, if you're able to beat Nebraska, you kind of go into any game being like, we could beat anybody now. I mean, we beat the best team. And so, yeah, it's...
Chills.
There
was a quote from Jamie Morrison on Texags before the season, like the week before game 1 of the season, where he was like, I think this team is capable of winning a national championship. I get chills just thinking about it. And people obviously found that quote. This was the real chills movement.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you're delusional until you go out and do it. So, not to get cheesy, but it's true. I mean, the only people that weren't surprised by A&M beating Nebraska was the A&M players on the court. And so, yeah, I mean, it's not an upset to the people who put in all this work and, work really hard because, I don't know, they expect to go out and play well and probably win. So, yeah. Okay. Sorry, we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
We will be back in just a second. Okay. Let's get into some NBA news. You, my friend, need to share how the Spurs Thunder game was.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it has been a week for the Spurs. It's been so fun.
It really has.
But, yeah, I got to go to the game on the 23rd in San Antonio, Spurs Thunder. I was lucky enough to have a ticket purchased for me. And
it's always nice.
I was just happy to be there. I didn't ask where we were sitting or anything. We get to the game. We are 4 rows behind the Thunder bench.
That's sick.
The photos and videos are crazy. We're right there.
That's so
I had
sick.
an interaction with Lou Dort.
That's sick.
I'm rent-free in his head now.
Oh.
Honestly, it was just the perfect experience. Spurs, it was a great game. First 3 quarters, very close. Spurs were down 2 at half or something. And then fourth quarter, the Spurs just ran away with it, won by 20.
Yeah.
BTA.
Yeah.
I went to the team shop because I was like, oh, my ticket's free. I'm going to get myself something. I got a shirt, and then I wasn't going to get a jersey. But as I'm standing in the long line waiting, I'm just stuck next to the Wemby Fiesta jersey. I'm like, screw it. I'm getting this. So I get it. I'm fully prepared to spend a lot more money than I normally spend on anything. It was going to be $260. I go through the whole line. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. Why not? Get up to the register, and the lady, her computer crashes. So I have to wait 5 minutes just standing there. I was talking to her about Christmas plans and stuff. and her computer gets rebooted, and she's like, "I'm so sorry for making you wait. I'm taking $100 off your order."
No way.
Like, you're lying. She's like, "Merry Christmas."
No way.
I got free ticket to the game and the most incredible seats I've ever been in, and I got $100 discount
No
at
way.
the team shop. I
That's
got my
awesome.
Wemby jersey. It was so fun. So the Spurs, BTA, I did not think that would happen, like, at all. I was just happy to be there. Because after the Spurs beat them, a week and a half ago in the Cup semis, I was like, okay, Thunder going to take this next one. You know, they're hungry. Spurs put BTA, Keldon Johnson, 25 points. Wemby's still coming back from injury, so he's coming off the bench right now. Sixth man of the year. And so minutes restriction, Wemby still got the win. Very fun. Then yesterday, Christmas Day, 1:30, played him again. The highest scoring first quarter I can remember watching in a long time. It was like 76 combined points or something in the first quarter. And then the Spurs just kind of ran with it the whole game. The Thunder went on runs. They made it, I think, in the fourth, like an 8-point game, but Spurs ended up winning by 15. Spurs are 3-0 against the Thunder in the last 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Very fun. That game you didn't watch, did you?
I did, actually.
You did?
We had it on, yeah.
It was pretty, it wasn't chippy. Chippy's extreme, but you could tell that there were like emotions involved.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game, Jalen Williams, good Jalen Williams, they have two, the good one, hit a shot and then like hit the like gun spray right in Stephon Castle's face. Castle went down and got an and one right then too, which is fun. Shea got an off-ball foul for just shoving Wemby at midcourt. That was fun. So you could tell that emotions were high.
Yeah.
But Spurs 3-0. They're on an 8-game win streak technically. So I didn't realize this at first. You know, the Spurs played the Knicks in the NBA Cup final.
Yeah.
That's an extra game. So they're going to have to play an extra. So that doesn't count against their record, even though they lost that game. So excluding that, they're on an 8-game win streak, and that's what their record actually shows. So
wow.
They're the hottest team. They took down the Thunder. They're only 2.5 games back from the Thunder now, and they obviously hold the season tiebreaker because they play 5 times this year. Spurs have already won 3 of them.
Yeah.
So Spurs are ahead of schedule. There's still a lot of season left. I'm fact check me from our before the season started. I think I said I saw the Spurs ceiling as the 5 seed.
I think
it's still early in the season, but it's looking like they're going to be a top 3 or 4 seed for sure, which is just crazy, barring something bad happening. So, like, they beat the Lakers, who are right there at the top. They beat the Rockets, who are right there at the top. They're 3-0 against the Thunder, who are obviously number 1 in the league. So they're looking really good. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, man. The Thunder have a Spurs problem.
They do. Shea, postgame, said it. Respect Shea. First off, you know, I'm not a Shea hater, but I'm also not like a Shea lover. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's just like,
I kind of am.
which I get. For me, this is also just because I'm not a Thunder fan, so it's easy. Like, this is expected. But it's just like, okay, that's your bag. Your bag is just drive and flop. Like, I don't respect that like I respect a Braun takeover or a Curry just pulling up from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those bags don't compare to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say, I was 15 feet from Shea all night the other night. Bro's got aura. And he's very even-keeled. And post-game yesterday, I really respect. I think he had a good response. Because they interviewed Jalen Williams and Shea. Jalen Williams, you could tell, was not happy, which is understandable. You're a competitor.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting mad at some of the questions that were being asked. Shea was handling it like a freaking pro.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you don't lose to a team 3 times in a 2-week span without them just being a better team than you. He was like, we have a lot that we need to get better on. Like, I think early on we thought we were something, and we still could be that, but we're not. It takes work to have that title of being like, one of the best teams of the last decade or whatever. So he was good response. He was like, Spurs, I mean, they're just right now, they're the better team than us.
Mm-hmm.
We can be better than them, but we got to prove it. So,
Yeah.
Respect Shea.
Yeah.
Also, on Shea, watching warm-ups and the game, that mid-range, bro, just freaking automatic.
Yeah.
He had one because we're right there at the bench and we're like straight in line with the backboard. There was one right in front of us where he is fading to his left, like out of bounds. And it's one of those shots where it almost has to like arc above the backboard, the corner to go in. It was just pure. I mean, everything he hit from mid-range was just automatic. It's insane to see up close what those guys do.
Yeah. It is different when you see those guys play, especially too if you're as close as you are, because it's like you're watching them play pickup rather than from the rafters. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it's a different level, man.
I might have sent you this picture, but I'll show you just in case. At one point, someone was shooting free throws right there on our side. And Wemby's down low, right in front of us, next to Cason Wallace, who I think he's 6'3" or 6'4".
Okay.
Just look at the comparison. Like, obviously, you see, Wemby's 7'5", he's freaky tall. Seeing it in person is just different.
Yeah.
Here's another one real quick. He's bent over. His hands are on his knees next to Shea, also on a free throw. He's like the same height as Shea. Shea's 6'6".
That's insane.
His hands are on his knees, and they're like the same height.
That is insane.
It's crazy, dude. Oh.
I can't imagine what life would be like that, to be that tall.
It's crazy.
Because if you stick out on a basketball court with the professional athletes, in normal life, I mean, you're just a dinosaur walking around.
Yeah.
People are, automatically going to know that you do something. You know what I mean? Like, play basketball or something.
Spurs now account for 60% of the Thunder's losses this season.
What is the Thunder's official win-loss?
They're 26-5 now.
26-5. And the two other losses, do you remember who those were?
The first one was to the Trailblazers earlier. It was like Game 7 or something.
Okay.
And then they lost to the Timberwolves, who are a good team. They're not bad.
Yeah.
And that was in between. That was right before this Spurs on the 23rd. So they've lost 3 straight now.
Wow.
Yeah, Spurs, and T-Wolves.
Wow.
Oh no, they sandwiched the Grizzlies in there. So they're 1-4 in their last 5 or something.
Okay. On a little bit of a losing streak.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Spurs are fun. Dylan Harper, like in our game, because Dylan Harper, he's 19, and we already have Foxy Castle, so he's coming off the bench. He's looking good. I mean, his stats aren't like Cooper Flagg. He's really coming on too. Just other NBA talk. He's really coming on too, which was expected. He's obviously a very good player. He's a starter on a team that's struggling, so his stats are going to be crazy. Dylan Harper does not have stats to compare because he's getting half the minutes. But like in the game that I went to, he had 4 points, but he only shot the ball 3 times. He went 2 for 3 from the field. He had 10 assists and 5 steals.
Wow.
It's like he is impacting, like winning in a big way, just coming off the bench. It doesn't show up in the box score like that, but 10 assists and 5 steals in like 18 minutes or something. It's crazy.
And you need guys who are going to take on that role of being those guys, because not everyone can be the scorer, and you're going to have issues if everyone wants to have the ball. So that's great that he's embraced that role and really brought it to the max. Yeah. So
other NBA talk real fast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask actually. So keep going.
Pistons in the East are really good. They're the
wow.
one seed. They're right now. I think they have the second best record behind the Thunder. It goes Thunder, Pistons, Spurs for best record in the NBA.
I did not know that.
They're legit. They had like a 17-game win streak or something.
Is so who's the guys that are? that are leading that? Is it Cade Cunningham?
Cade Cunningham for sure.
Okay.
He's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit.
They're
looking good. Caden them. The Celtics somehow are good. You know, Tatum's out all year because of his Achilles injury.
Uh-huh.
Jaylen Brown's playing great. Joe Mazzulla's a great coach.
He is.
So they're looking good. The West right now there are a lot of good teams at the top of the West. Because you have, like, obviously Thunder, Spurs are 1-2. And then you have, like, the Lakers, the Rockets, and the Nuggets all right there.
Okay.
That are all just kind of eating each other alive all the time.
How's KD been doing on the Rockets?
Good, numbers-wise. The Rockets have been struggling recently. I think they're, like, 2-4 or something in their last 6.
Okay.
That changed, though, because they won yesterday on Christmas Day. But he's doing pretty good. Jokic, dude, it's unbelievable. Last night, Christmas Day, he had the first game in history with the stat line. He had 56 points, 16 rebounds, and 15 assists. That was against the T-Wolves. They went to OT.
That's insane.
But 56, 16, and 15.
That's insane.
He's not going to get, because he's fat. He's a fat Serbian dude who does not like interviews. Like, he's never going to be I can't say he's never going to be the face of the league. He's the best player in the NBA. And he has been for the last 5 years now. But it's like a quiet best player in the NBA. He's legit. He could be like top 10 all time. He's unbelievable.
He just doesn't have the swag that kind of influences your brain to think, oh, he's a really good player. Yeah.
Yeah. He's insane. I mean, he's 7 foot and obviously a fat Serbian dude. He pulls up from 3. He hits the craziest circus shots where he's shooting it from here behind his head. He passes like Rajon Rondo. Like, he has the most ridiculous no-look passes and stuff. He's something else, dude.
I mean, it's kind of fun to have a variety, because you like those players that have the swagger and everything like that. I love Jokic type players where all they do is show up and they hoop, or they show up and they are really, really good at football and don't really do they keep everything else pretty private and keep all that stuff, and they're out of all of the drama and stuff like that. So shout out Jokic, man. If he ever wants to come on the pod, he can, and we can talk. We don't even have to talk about sports. We can just, I don't know,
just hang out.
Yeah. You think he likes movies? Think he's a show guy?
I don't see him as that kind of guy.
I feel like he just doesn't even practice basketball.
I think he's just like wake up, do what I have to do, drink a bunch of beer, go to bed. I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a show guy. Maybe like a movie guy every once. Is he married?
To be honest, I don't even know.
I feel like he seems like a guy who'd be. Yeah.
There's been a lot of drama with his brothers.
Yeah, they have. I feel like he but I don't ever hear him talk about like being married or having kids.
He is.
Does he have kids?
They do. He has a daughter, Agnehina.
Yes. Yeah, I bet he just like goes home and watches Frozen with his daughter for the 50th time.
His longtime girlfriend. Oh, they look so sweet.
Oh, that is sweet. Good for them, man. Glad they're happy.
This is a good time to be following the NBA. I saw a video, and this is one guy talking, but, we're coming out of an era that he donned, the friendship era. Because it's like, you have like the Banana Boat squad. You have Bron and D Wade and Chris Paul, like, where it feels like there's no rivalries. It's just the whole league is just like friendly and enjoying, which is, I don't think is bad. I'm not saying it's wrong, but this is like Thunder Spurs, like Wemby hates Chet Holmgren.
Really?
Oh, he hates his guts.
Really?
It is hilarious.
I didn't know that.
He hates, like, legit. He hates Chet. It's hilarious to see. Yesterday, he fouled Chet hard, got him to the free throw line, Chet missed both free throws, and Wemby just looks at the crowd. He's like, hell yeah, like freaking out.
I did not know that.
I mean, guys like Anthony Edwards, who are like not scared to say anything. Yeah. John Morant, who's out here getting suspended every time. Like, I'm not saying that all of it is good. Like, it's a good, but it is entertaining for sure to have, like, it seems like it's all competitive. I don't think it's real, but like hatred instead of everyone just being friends.
Now, Dre's he's fading in the background. He's going to retire, I'm sure, here soon.
He has more. I saw this stat yesterday. He has more fouls than he does field goals made this year.
That sounds about right from what I've seen. Dylan Brooks kind of picked up that mantle, I feel like, a little bit. But is he the guy now? I feel like I don't hear. Is he still the face of, I don't know, whatever
play style? Yeah, probably. He's not as good. Like, Draymond was really good, even though
and he was on such good teams.
Yeah, but yeah, he's still going.
I think Grayson Allen was back at it again the other day. I think I saw him trip somebody or get mad and push somebody. Yeah, because somebody fouled him earlier in the game, and then he just, I think, gave somebody a shove or something.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
That takes me back because I remember, I think that was high school when he was at Duke and he was tripping people and kicking them in the nuts and throwing chairs on the bench. Yeah, that brings me back. Glad to see that he still hasn't lost it. Still got a fastball. Yeah, I wonder who's the next. Because, yeah, Draymond, I mean, Draymond's iconic.
Yeah. I mean, I have a take, but this is super, like, personal and biased.
Okay.
Lou Dort.
You think Lou Dort?
Dude.
I mean, I don't watch NBA a whole lot. I don't follow enough.
He fouls hard.
Really?
It's not as extreme as Draymond, because Draymond doesn't even hide it. Draymond's just like, I'm going to shove you in the back.
Draymond's angry, too.
He is.
Yeah.
Lou Dort's, like, sneaky.
Okay.
He's like, when no one's looking, I'm going to, like, gear up my knee. Like, he did that yesterday. He kneed Wemby in his left lower leg, which is the injury he's returning from. And Wemby fell down and was grabbing his leg. And he got up and he was fine. But
yeah, you got to protect Wemby at all costs.
Yeah. He also tried to take out Castle 2 games ago, the 23rd in our game, where he shot a 3 and in midair he, like, did the splits and took out Castle's leg. And they called the foul, but it's just like, that type of play style.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Or we need like a Zaza Pachulia.
Don't say that.
I know.
Don't say that to me.
I saw a video of it the other day, and it just reminded me. But like, I mean, he was like Draymond. It feels almost like Draymond. There is a purpose. It felt like Zaza. I mean, it was as close to like vengeful as, I don't know. Draymond's there. Never mind. But Zaza, I mean, he
took Kawhi out.
Yeah, he really did.
Kawhi had an ankle injury, and he went right in.
Yeah.
The Spurs. I know I'm a Spurs fan. The Spurs were winning it all that year. I mean, they were up 20 in that game. The game where he went in the landing zone or whatever and ended Kawhi's season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they were putting BTA to the Warriors, and without Kawhi, they just obviously couldn't do it. Yeah. I hate Zaza.
I know you do.
I hate Zaza.
I know you do. Yeah. Good times. Sweet. You got anything else?
That's
NBA?
most of it.
Okay.
The rookies are good this year.
Okay.
This is a very good rookie class.
And I guess it comes on the heels of
a bad rookie.
Was it bad? So it was bad in percent. It was
weak.
It is. So it's still holding up. Like nobody. Okay. I didn't know if like it was perception, and then they actually got drafted, and some of them were good. Okay.
Because I mean, the top 4 picks were, one was Zachary Resache, who came on at the end of his rookie year, but he has not been. he wasn't good to start, and he hasn't been great this year.
Okay.
And then Alex Sarr, he's not really impact player. And then Reed Shepard, who didn't really play at all last year, and he's had some flashes.
I hear he's good.
He's a good player.
Solid.
But in terms of a number 3 overall pick, typically that it hasn't measured up yet.
Okay.
He could still get there. And then Castle was 4, and he was the best. So far, he's been the best player out of that class.
Okay.
He obviously won Rookie of the Year last year, but this year, I mean, Cooper Flagg, he's been looking the part. Con Knipple, he's going off.
Yeah.
Derek Queen has been awesome.
Who do you play for?
He in college, Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's the one that hit that buzzer beater in March Madness last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's really looking good. And then Dylan Harper, as I said, like statistically not there, but he's impacting winning on a good team.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a good class. VJ Edgecombe, he's been great.
Yeah, he's a beast at Baylor. Cool. Okay.
I think that's it.
NBA. Nicely wrapped up. Let's move on to NFL. There are some good games that we need to talk about. First off, Rams Seahawks.
Yeah.
That I didn't watch it,
I
but
watched the last 2 minutes of regulation and overtime.
okay. I watched the highlights, and because let's see, this happened on a Thursday. What was happening on Thursday? I want to say I was
for this game.
I was doing something. I can't remember what I was doing. But the 2-point conversion, or was it the 2-point? Yeah, it was the 2-point conversion. Yeah. That
Barner.
Yeah, that went backwards and then got tipped forwards.
That was ridiculous.
And then picked up on the offhand. That was insane. And then the Seahawks are good. And the Rams are. It's so fun. The teams at the top right now, you got Rams, Seahawks, Broncos, not in order, just good teams. Who else am I missing? Patriots. I mean, you could throw Bills up there, but I'm missing a team. I don't remember, but yeah. And then I guess the Seahawks were down by 16 points. And Matthew Stafford, I mean, he still had a really good game.
Puka went crazy.
Puka actually destroyed me in fantasy.
Yeah, 225 yards and 2 touchdowns?
Yep. He put a nail in my coffin for this season. But yeah, that was a phenomenal game. Seahawks get a huge win against the Rams. And then Packers-Bears. That was a fun game.
Jahdae Walker.
Yeah, Jahdae Walker. Someone said that he's homeless. Is that true?
That was a joke that he said that.
Oh, he was okay.
Caleb was asked about him in his post game, and he was like, "Yeah, like love Jahdae, really hard worker. You know, after he was signed to the practice squad, like he didn't really know if he wanted to spend the money to buy a place just because his future was unknown. So he stayed at my house for a while, and then Jahdae was like." Bro just called me homeless or something.
Okay. Gotcha. That's funny.
But yeah, Jahdae has been living with Caleb for
That's
a while,
cool.
which is awesome.
That's super cool. Yeah, he got his first career catch and then first career touchdown, and it could not have come at a more meaningful time.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the highlights of this game also all the way through. What a game.
Mm-hmm.
What a game. With the rivalry being what it is, with the Packers being so dominant over the past years, for it to, be, it's from a Packers standpoint being like, great, we got another one in the bag. And then for them to recover the onside kick, what'd they say, 8% chance? I mean, the fact that, it hasn't happened very often, especially with having to declare that you're going to kick an onside kick. Them to get it, go down the field, score the touchdown, force it to overtime, and then honestly, I mean the fourth down play where also Willis, is it Malik Willis?
Yeah.
He also played really well.
Yeah. He's a great backup.
Yeah. He did a really good job. But the obvious, the fourth down where he just fumbles the snap and it's over. And then for the Bears to go back and then that, obviously the pass. It was an awesome game. Awesome game. Shout out the Bears. We've got some Bears fans who listen. Shout out the Bears, man. Big win over the rival. And yeah, it looks like the Bears are going to win is it the NFC North?
Yeah.
Okay. Kings of the North. Especially considering the Lions and the way that
was
just
a tough way to go out yesterday.
And their loss against the Steelers. I mean, Steelers not having the season that they thought they were going to have, but they still beat the Lions, and then losing to the Vikings. Yeah, it's just hasn't gone the way we wanted it to. I think the offensive line for the Lions has kind of let them down towards the back half of the season, but.
Speaking of the Steelers, you saw DK, right?
Yeah. Punch
That's
that fan.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, suspended the last 2 games of the regular season. It also voids a potential $40 million in his player option or something in his contract.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, he said that it was a racial slur, but the dude was just like, I just called him by his government name.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. It's a he said, but.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not pretending to know. I imagine it was kind of like a Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph situation where it's like he might not have said it, but if you say he did, no one's going to be like, you suck. They're going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No one's going to step on that.
It's terrible how it works like that. Because, the Mason Rudolph stuff, you can't prove it. I guess we didn't have a way to figure that out, and nobody stepped up and was like, he did or didn't say it. So now, in that situation for Myles Garrett, it was just like, good, I'm not going to get blackballed from the league or what. I don't know, whatever that case. But for Mason Rudolph, it's like it's just this ambiguous accusation that can never be proven, and it's kind of. I mean, I don't think about it, but. It's something that kind of goes in the back of everyone's mind and kind of goes on your record. Let's see if there are any. The Saints on like a 3-game win streak, or is it a 3-game win streak?
Bucks twice, right, and the Panthers once.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Shout out the Saints. Chargers beat Cowboys. This past.
Texans had a scare, but won. So 7 straight.
That's right. Jaguars.
Yeah.
Jaguars are good.
Jaguars are good. It makes me so mad.
I forgot. Yeah, that's another team that I needed to list when I was saying the top teams. Jaguars are up there. Which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they've lost since the Texans come back against them.
Wow.
Which kick-started the Texans' win streak.
Duval.
That's legit. I'm so serious. That clip of Liam Cohen might be a reason why I refuse to accept the Jaguars. It's legit.
Yeah. That's fair. Colts.
Oh.
So sad.
Yeah, that's a tough.
So sad.
With the start they had and then just the injuries.
Yeah.
That's a sad way to go.
It is. They're 8-7 now. Danny Dimes.
Was that 5 straight losses? Weren't they 8-2?
Wait, say that again?
I think they were 8-2.
Oh yeah,
they were 5 straight.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
If the Texans win tomorrow, the Colts are officially eliminated. And they're still likely to be eliminated no matter what, but that would make it official.
Sorry, Colts fans. Hopefully you enjoyed it while it lasted. It was fun. It was really fun. It was fun. Let's think of some of the best memories from when the Colts were good. When Jonathan Taylor scored me like 40 every single week.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
3
memory.
straight weeks.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory of when they were good?
Danny Dimes, bro.
Yeah.
Just unstoppable.
Yeah. Me too.
Fun resurgence for him.
Yeah. That was fun.
Oh, it's brutal for the Colts right now. From first off, benching Anthony Richardson for Daniel Jones and the fan base hating it, which kind of makes sense, I guess, to it working so well, starting 8-2, turning into buyers at the deadline, to like be in win now mode, trade for Sauce Gardner, give up multiple first round picks, to Danny Dimes going down with an Achilles, Sauce getting hurt, and now you're missing the playoffs and you lost first round picks.
Yeah.
And your quarterback situation still for the future is unknown because Richardson does not look like a guy that you're wanting to extend.
Yeah.
It's just you got to feel for him.
Yeah. I guess it's not really a silver lining, but Phillip Rivers, 23 for 35, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
he did
cool.
His job. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm happy for him.
I am too. Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor only had 16 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown. So most of that 27 points is Phillip Rivers is a big reason why. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
You got that, fans, Colts fans.
But how much can you take that? Because it's like you're happy for Phillip Rivers, but also it's like the whole world is kind of just like laughing at how ridiculous our quarterback situation is, and he hasn't won a game still.
Yeah.
Like he's done okay, but it hasn't. It's our playoff chances just still are getting slimmer and slimmer every week.
Yeah. Now, Phillip, he did have to face the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Yeah.
That's
good teams.
Yeah. For him to still play pretty well, I mean, that's very impressive. I think imagine if they would have beat the Seahawks and then lost to the 49ers still. I mean, I think maybe we'd be talking about it, giving it more hype. But I mean, just the fact that he's 44 years old and that he's kept the team, I don't know, he's done his job. That's very, very impressive. Okay, I mean, you have anything else on the NFL? I that's kind of all I really had to say.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you, NFL, for delivering some good games. Playoff race is shaping up to be very nice. We'll as like once it's like really coming to a close, I guess we'll be able to kind of look at matchups for the playoffs and stuff like that and talk about. I guess we could do predictions and stuff. Okay, let's I want to talk some Stranger Things, because I'm trying to think if there's a way to do a non-spoiler,
I don't know,
talk on it.
That would work.
Yeah, so without saying anything specific about these next episodes, how do you still feel about the writing, kind of the directions it's going?
I was talking to my brother about it last night because we watched it together yesterday, the 3 new episodes that dropped. It's tough, man.
Uh-huh.
Like just some of the dialogue.
Really?
For me, like it's written, it's the same style as early on. It's just you don't have kids reading it anymore.
It's adults, yeah.
One way I put it was like Holly. You know, Holly.
Uh-huh.
I think she's done great. Like I've never had a moment where I'm like, ew. But that's because she's a kid and the writing is for like a kid.
Yeah.
Child actor. I think the only one that I think of that core that's like good and doesn't really bother me is Max. And then Lucas, I guess, too.
Lucas is pretty good.
I struggle with Mike bad. I struggle with Will bad.
I understand both of those. Dustin, I feel like
Dustin's all right.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Steve, I mean, he's
already an adult.
Yeah, he's always playing that kind of role.
Nancy and Jonathan. They had a scene together that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still bought in. Like, I love it. There are every episode, there's at least one where I'm like, oh, dude, come on now.
I understand. I do think I was talking about this with my mom last night actually. I don't know, like as far as acting, right? Like I'm assuming like you want to make it as real as possible, right? Like you want to that's your goal and you're not trying to like overact. And I guess I don't know. I don't know if you tell a kid actor to overreact, if that's like part of the process. But yeah, when you're an adult, yeah, you want to make it seem to flow a little bit and seem a little bit more natural. But yeah, I felt like Mike sometimes overdoes it just a little bit. And I don't like I guess I get it because you like want to be enthusiastic, but if you're too much, it comes off as acting. Like you see through it and you kind of I don't know, see the acting behind the character. So I totally get what you're saying, but I don't know. I thought the thing that kind of wipes away all of it and makes it to where you don't have to pay attention, at least for me, is the fact that the storyline is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done a really good job of like not telling you everything about what's going to happen and like how are they going to stop all of this, win the day, whatever that is. Because in the first two seasons, it's like the first season, it's like we need to get Will back. The second season's like, was it the Demigorgon? They're trying to defeat that, or they're trying to defeat the Mind Flayer or whatever. And that's like the overarching goal, which is very simple, but it feels like it's still brought more, but it hasn't just been like, because like some shows, it's just like, it's just too obvious, like what they need to do, and it's like, okay, they're gonna do all this stuff to get to do it. I don't know. They've done a really good job of just teasing a few things, but not telling you everything, but giving you enough to stay invested. And yeah.
There have been so many theories thrown out, which is fair, of people trying to predict, and like so none of them have been right. And the Duffer Brothers even said, like, yeah, we've seen a lot, and we love the people doing that, but like we haven't seen one yet that's right.
Wow, good for them.
I saw one 2 days ago, and I've seen so many that I kind of half pay attention. I saw one 2 days ago before these 3 new episodes dropped. There was like 27 slides showing their prediction on TikTok. They got these 3 episodes right.
Really?
No spoilers, but they got, from what I remember, I wish I would have saved it, or I don't save it because I see so many and they're always wrong.
Uh-huh.
So I have no way of finding it, but whoever it is out there, I'm giving you your flowers because they got the main points from these 3 episodes that just dropped right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go, so if you haven't watched these next 3 episodes, just skip ahead because I kind of want to talk about some of the stuff. So, yeah, skip ahead right now. Go ahead.
They got, I'm not going to be able to articulate it well because it's a lot. But they got the part right where they predicted that it was like the upside down in the world. It's like the wormhole on the wall is like the tunnel or whatever.
That's impressive.
Path.
Yeah.
Really impressive. And they even predicted Dustin's whatever science teacher from earlier in the show that came back in these 3 episodes. They were like, I think he's gonna come back and help them, like his notebook from earlier in the show is gonna like show them that this is a wormhole.
Wow.
Or whatever, and that's like the connecting point, and it's something along the lines of like figuring that out.
That's cool. I'm trying to think, did they talk about wormholes early in like some season? Or am I thinking of something other?
Not in, I think he taught a lesson about it in a classroom, but it wasn't like they didn't relate that to what they're going through.
Okay.
Because I mean, in episode 6 yesterday, Dustin was like, I was so wrong the whole time. I was going through his notes and I realized it wasn't like a shield generator or whatever. It was exotic matter or something.
Yeah.
So that was like a revelation to them in the show.
That's cool.
So whoever that person was that predicted that, that's crazy.
That's very impressive. It is so cool because it makes sense, but it's something that they've been holding close to the vest as producers and writers, that it kind of, it's like a revelation that like makes sense. It doesn't seem like it's just like added on at the end. It feels like something that was kind of baked into the whole thing at the beginning. Because I'm trying to think of when they would have to had to set that up, because Elle sent Henry through the thing. So I guess that was in season 4 that was revealed, right?
Yes, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess they could have kind of developed that later on. And I haven't really thought, honestly, too hard about it because I'm just enjoying it. But yeah, I've been invested. I thought whoever they've gotten to do Holly as an actor, I think she will probably be getting a lot of roles.
Yeah, she's been killing it.
She does an absolutely great job. Yeah, it's good. I'm very invested. I'm trying to think of any other points. I'm interested. You know how they're in the cave and Henry's like, I have other ways of getting to you guys. And then they leave the cave and then they go down the mine shaft or whatever. I'm interested to see if that comes back around of like, I'm assuming they're going to explain the cave's significance.
Yeah.
Because they haven't yet. Okay. Which has been, that's another great, like, it teases it out, but it like, they tease it and then they just like let it kind of fade and it keeps going. So as a viewer, for me at least, I'm watching and I'm like, that's cool that I don't know what that is, that they're going to tie it in later, but it's not this immediate, like they're going to tease it and then immediately they're going to explain it, but it just kind of like, it'll be explained but tied into something later. And yeah, I thought that was really cool, but I'm interested to see how that kind of ties into the overall thing. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna try to go to the movie theaters to see it?
I might. Well, I'm not gonna go on like New Year's Day, but there's football on. I know. So,
are they only showing it like certain days? Or they?
I don't know, to be honest. I know it releases on the 31st.
I guess if you don't see it, you might get spoiled. So
you might have to delete social for a minute.
Yeah, you might have to go dark. Yeah, I'm fully invested. It's one of, where is it up there for you as far as show rankings?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I mean, yeah, it's up there, I guess. I wouldn't put it at the top of like my favorite shows ever, but the fact this is one of the only ones that I'm like into it as it's still going on. Mm-hmm. Like Breaking Bad, I just binged 1 through the end. Like, so that was different. This is one of the only, Lost was the same way. Mm-hmm. But this is one of the only ones that like I'm waiting on episodes to release and stuff. So it's up there in terms of like the live reaction experience.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's, so I agree with you on that. Like I vividly remember watching season 3 with my cousin in Colorado on a trip. And since it's been dragged out for so long, it's funny because it's like I remember in high school watching the first couple seasons and then doing that in college or right before college and then watching season 4 in college. So it's like it's been dragged out that it's kind of like it's fun to go back through and think about all the time, remember the nostalgia and all that stuff. I'm trying to think if there's another show that when seasons came out, it was like a big deal. I guess like
for me, it was Yellowstone.
Okay. But I guess Yellowstone, they just probably released. Did they release it episode by episode?
No.
Okay.
They did that for 1923, but.
Okay. Severance
is there.
Severance.
I was late to Severance though.
Okay.
So I
I
watched
kind of was too.
1 and 2 like consecutively, basically.
Okay. But it was like each week,
Yeah.
you know, you're waiting on whatever
that
Tuesday
Friday
or whatever it was. Yeah, Severance was a big one. What else? So I mean, my like core memories are watching. I mean, I was a big Star Wars kid growing up, so the animated series, Star Wars Clone Wars, the animated series, they would release every Friday, and me and my dad would watch those episodes on his laptop on every Friday. So that kind of, I don't know, throws me back to that. But yeah, at Severance, Stranger Things. Have you been keeping up with Pluribus?
No.
I haven't really either.
I watched the first 2.
You know, I hate saying this. Carol is a very unlikable main character.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still interested in the storyline.
Yeah.
Overall.
I need to. Well, honestly, once Stranger Things ends and it's kind of dead and football is over, I'll probably finish it. But that first episode was great. I saw a thing the other day of the IMDb scores for every episode from season 1, and the first one's like a 9 or a 9.1, which is obviously very, very good. And all the others are anywhere from like 7.4 to 8.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm not as excited.
Yeah.
But I'll still watch it.
I think I'm on episode 4 or 5, and it's like it still has potential, I think, but I mean I'm kind of locked in on other things right now, so we'll get there when we have nothing else to do. Okay, yeah. If you skipped ahead, if you or skipped because of spoilers, I think we're done with Stranger Things spoilers. Do you have anything else actually on that? Okay. I watched Red One, Christmas movie. I could not take Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Santa's bodyguard seriously. Probably a fun movie to watch with family, but if you're actually like seriously trying to watch like a good movie, don't watch Red One. Marty Supreme. I want to go see that at some point.
Might go today. I looked
really?
at it times earlier. Maybe after this.
I do want to see it at some point. I don't know when I'm going to go see it, but I'm very excited to go see that. And the Odyssey, the trailer came out.
26 is going to be a good year for movies. Odyssey, Dune 3. I'm not even a big Marvel person, but Avengers, Doomsday.
I'm very excited for all of those. The Odyssey, the Nolan soundtrack, I mean, I read the Percy Jackson books growing up, so I'm a big Greek mythology fan, and we don't have like a ton of those movies. Like I think Troy with Brad Pitt, I've never seen it, but I think that might be the one movie that kind of encapsulates that time. That might be the most famous one. I can't think of another movie though. I guess like the 300. This dog, man. 300, that was a good movie. That's all I can think of as far as...
Yeah. Nolan's in his historical bag, going Oppenheimer to Odyssey.
I hope he cooks. I trust him, but...
The cast is ridiculous, so...
Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Lupita, Zendaya, Tom Holland, John Bernthal. Yeah.
He asked Robert Downey Jr., and Robert Downey Jr. said no because he's doing Avengers Doomsday.
Wow. I wonder what Robert would have...
I don't know.
Here's what role he would have played. I'm excited for that. I think that's it on movies. Yeah. You want to get into college football playoff preview, and then we'll get on out of here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We've got 4 games coming up. We're going to start with the Cotton Bowl. It's going to be the Miami Hurricanes versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. Do you think everyone, I would assume, is on the Buckeyes for this one?
I am.
Do you think Miami has a shot?
No.
I think Ohio State's on the revenge tour.
No, I think Ohio State's too good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the A&M game against Miami. Miami very well could have lost. I feel like that was A&M in certain ways handed it away, and I just don't think Ohio State will do that.
You know, what's the line on it?
Let me look.
I think it was a lot for Ohio State.
It was like 9.5 or something.
Yeah.
Let me check. It'll show me 9.5.
9.5. Wow. I don't know. I think Miami has a shot. Their defense, I don't know.
No, their defense is too good.
Ohio State's
Their
really good.
D-line
Man.
is really good. They can shut down Tony. And then their offense can move the ball.
Carson Beck has to have one of the best games of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly, I do give Miami more of a shot maybe than some people do. Because, I mean, at one point in the season, we were talking about them and Ohio State being the two best teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you saw their worst against their two ACC opponents that they lost to. But I don't know. I wish I could give like a better answer other than I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I'll say that. I will be watching this game. I don't think it's a game that is just like, you know, I'm just going to chalk it up to Ohio State winning. Okay, which do you think is more likely? Miami beats Ohio State or Ole Miss beats Georgia?
I think Ole Miss beating Georgia is more likely.
Okay. I think I agree with you. Do I though?
The odds makers do. I don't think either of those teams will win.
Right.
Skipping ahead, I think Georgia wins too, but I still think Ole Miss has a better chance.
Okay. I think I agree with you now that I see it, but yeah, I'm excited for this game. Carson Beck has to have a really, really good game. O-line has to play really, really well. Tony has to, I don't know, A&M did a really good job of keeping him in check for especially the first half. Second half, I guess he had a couple plays. I mean, you had the jet sweep for them to score the touchdown. But, and maybe the wind had something to do with Carson Beck, them not throwing the ball as much or effectively. I'm assuming you're going to go Ohio State on this?
Yes.
You know,
there's no way, bro. I mean, go for it.
I mean, Ohio State's the better team here. I'm just thinking if I want to, you know, pull an upset here by going Miami. The question is, do I trust that Carson Beck you know what? What the heck? I'll go Miami.
Okay. Go for it.
Do I think Ohio State's the better team? Yes. Do I think Ohio State should win? Yes. Is college football crazy? Yes. So I'm going with chaos here.
All right.
Go Miami. Indiana versus Alabama. Again, if you would have said at the beginning of the season that Indiana would be are they like 7.5 point favorites?
They are 6.5 point favorites.
6.5 point favorites against Alabama in the Rose Bowl, and Indiana would be the 1 seed, and Alabama would be the 9 seed. You would have thought I was crazy, but here we are. Are you going to? Well, what do you like in this game?
I like Fernando Mendoza. and I like Indiana's defense. I do think this is probably going to be the closest. Oregon Tech. I think this is one of the better games. I do not see this being a blowout at all. But I still like Indiana. It would just hurt too much for such a cool story to end with their first playoff game.
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw it. Bama was down 17 in Norman, and I don't think Oklahoma and Indiana are comparable. But I mean, it's not like Bama sucks. They're here for a reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think if Indiana's defense can shut down an Ohio State offense that can hurt you multiple ways, I think they can shut down a Bama offense that really lacks in the running game and doesn't have the receiving core. They have a very good receiving core, but they don't have the receiving core Ohio State does.
Sure.
So I like Indiana.
Okay. I am going to go Alabama.
Okay.
Who am I like rooting for in this game? I would like to see Indiana do. I don't want to be an Indiana hater, but I do. I don't know. College football is crazy, man. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to choose Alabama on this one. Rose Bowl. Love the Rose Bowl.
Love the Rose Bowl.
I hope one day A&M plays in the Rose Bowl because I will go to Pasadena.
Yeah, same here.
It's a venue I want to. It's a bucket list venue for me as a sports fan. Okay, Texas Tech versus Oregon. This is the most intriguing matchup, in my opinion, of the four. Texas Tech has been so dominant on both sides of the ball. Their defense is so good. They have Jacob Rodriguez, the best linebacker, the best defensive player in the country. Some would argue the best player in the country. Oregon, they have a lot of talent. Dante Moore, been very good all season at quarterback. And I mean they've got players. They got Thieneman.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's one of their best players. I just know of him. Oregon's real solid. They played well in the first half against JMU. Towards the back half, they didn't do great. Oh, we didn't. Did we? We didn't cover. Oh no, did we not cover Oregon?
Not really.
We just skipped over Oregon, JMU, and Tulane.
There's not much to say. I feel like.
I mean, yeah, you didn't miss much, but Oregon played JMU came out in the second half and really played really well. But it was 41-10 at half, right? So there's that. Ole Miss, on the other hand, just dog walked Tulane like we thought. Same as regular season. But yeah, who do you like in this matchup? Who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with Oregon. I think that they have been underrated. I think the timing of their Indiana loss came at a very interesting time because it was before people gave Indiana the respect we now know they deserve. So people didn't view it as like, oh, you lost to the best team in the country. So if their only loss is by 10 points to the best team in the country, and you have a quarterback playing like Dante Moore, I think their defense has done really well this year. You have playmakers. I don't know. I've been a Tech supporter. I give Tech their respect. Jacob Rodriguez, best defensive player in the country. I just can't see Baron Morton and this Tech offense picking apart the Oregon defense. And if their defense can pull it together, then maybe it's a low-scoring game that Tech can somehow get. But I don't know if you can stop the Oregon offense.
Okay.
To an extreme like that.
I like that.
Because, I mean, you look at, let's see, the Indiana game was 30-20. I mean, 20 points with how I view the Oregon defense, 20 points may be enough to still win the game. So, and I still think overall, I might still like Indiana's defense as a whole more than Tech's, considering the teams that they've played against. So, I'm going Oregon.
Okay. I'm going to go Texas Tech.
Come on.
I've been riding the Red Raiders all season. They've just been so good at being really good on both sides of the ball against quality opponents. And I think that they have a lot of confidence. Jacob Rodriguez being such a good player, I would like to trust in a good player like him to be a huge difference maker in the game. Also, that other linebacker played phenomenal against BYU in the Big 12 championship game. They haven't played since, so it's going to be interesting to see the rest versus rust, see if it affects any of these teams. But yeah, I've been thinking that Texas Tech has been good all season. I thought their defense has been so good, and they're just balanced on both sides of the ball. So I'm just going to go with the team that I think has been elite on both sides. And Oregon's really good too. So we'll see what happens. Georgia versus Ole Miss. I'm going to go Georgia.
Same here.
I think I see Georgia being really good, and they got Kirby, and they've been there before, and they've got all these guys who, Georgia, that program has been here before. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like Georgia a lot more than Ole Miss, especially considering Ole Miss is. I really don't think it's I didn't think it was going to play a huge role, but I don't think it helps. It doesn't boost the team up anymore. And I already would say Georgia, Ole Miss. I mean, we've already seen this game play out once. So the fact that they don't have the coach that they had while playing them the first time, I don't think they're going to get better because of that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go Georgia.
Same here. I just trust Georgia. Their defense. I feel like there's not much more to say.
Yeah, I agree. I'm low-key thinking about switching my Miami-Ohio State pick because it's the very smart move is to go Ohio State because Ohio State is probably going to win the game. No, I guess I'll stick with it. So, yeah, I have Miami, Alabama, Texas Tech, and Georgia.
And I do not. I have Georgia, but I got Ohio State, I got Oregon, I got Indiana.
Cool. All right. That's all I have written down for today. We probably missed some stuff, but who cares?
Yeah.
Fine.
You've
got anything else?
I don't.
All right. Well, again, hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. New Year's coming up. Hopefully everyone has fun New Year's plans. I will be going to Chicago.
Yeah, Chirac.
I'm going to go see a Bulls game.
Josh Giddey.
They're playing the Pelicans, so it's going to be elite. A great game. So that game's going to be going on as the Ohio State Miami game is going on. So I'm going to be in the arena, like with my phone propped up against the chair, watching that game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be cold. It's going to be really cold there. So kind of excited for that because it has been hot here, especially yesterday. For Christmas, it was like 78 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So excited for it to be cold. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a happy New Year's, and we'll see you next year.